Now we all know that Super Sentai is way darker compared to Power Rangers. But don't think Power Rangers doesn't have its own dark side. So today we're talking about the top 10 darkest moments in Power Rangers history. And I'll start with my personal favorite, which comes from Power Rangers SPD. So there was a villain named Morglock. He could escape through any reflection. That's why he was kept locked inside a reflection-proof cell. But Blue Ranger Sky needed information from him. So Sky went inside wearing anti-reflective glasses. Morglock agreed to share the info, but only if Sky gave him his saddest memory in return. And Sky told him the story of how his father, who was the Red Ranger, sacrificed his life to save others. The moment Sky shed a tear, the reflection of that tear gave Morglock his freedom. That scene was chilling, but the real dark twist? The one who killed Sky's father was none other than Morglock himself. And now he was free again, thanks to Sky's own actions. Number 2 also comes from SPD. Commander Doggy Kruger has been the subject of many memes, but his origin is deeply tragic. When Grum attacked his home planet, Kruger fought to the very end, but couldn't save it. His planet was destroyed, his wife taken away, and he was left to believe he was the last of his kind. That's why in SPD, whenever Kruger fights, it means so much. He had sworn never to pick up weapons again since he failed to protect his people. But when Grum returned to destroy Earth, Kruger had no choice but to become a Ranger. And don't even ask how that helmet fit his head. Number 3 takes us to Power Rangers Wild Force. Cole, the Red Ranger, grew up connected with nature, but he always wondered what really happened to his parents. Turns out their lab partner, Richard Adler, was jealous of their love. Consumed by envy, he experimented on himself, transforming into Master Orc, and then he killed Cole's parents, his own best friends, all because he couldn't handle their happiness. Next dark moment comes from Operation Overdrive. We all remember Mac, whose father never wanted him to be a Ranger. But when situations worsened, Mac stepped up as the Red Ranger. He was even one of the best Rangers that season. But then came the mid-season plot twist. Mac wasn't actually his father's son. He was an android. All his memories were fake. His entire life, his dreams, his passion, it was all a lie. He was just a 2-year-old robot. Imagine the emotional trauma. Now let's talk about one of my favorite Rangers, Trent, the White Ranger from Dino Thunder. Trent had one of the best introductions. At first, he was an enemy. Later, he became a hero. But things took a very dark turn when Mesogog kidnapped him. Mesogog tried to kill him, and the darker twist? Mesogog was actually the split personality of Trent's own father. In the moment Trent screamed for his life, his father fought back for control of his body and saved his son. But still, imagine almost being killed by your own dad. Next up, Power Rangers RPM. Honestly, the entire season was dark. The world was destroyed, humanity nearly wiped out. Each Ranger and Dr. K had tragic backstories. They had all lost loved ones, seen people die, been betrayed, or had betrayed others themselves. RPM deserves its own separate list, because it was filled with so much death and despair. The apocalypse itself started because of Dr. K's mistake. This was a team built entirely on tragedy, and yet, that's what made it so special, dark, mature, and easily in the top 5 Ranger seasons ever. Now we move to Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. If you're talking dark childhood moments, this one always comes up. Kendrix, the Pink Ranger, faced a weapon that had the power to kill countless people. So she did what any true hero would do. She sacrificed herself by leaping into the storm to destroy it. And the result, Kendrix's death, a fan-favorite Ranger was gone forever. It was shocking, sad, and devastating. What makes it even heavier is that the actress playing Kendrix was in the hospital at the time, fighting for her real life. In the end, both the actress and the character returned after winning their battles. But that sacrifice scene still stands as one of the darkest in Power Rangers history. Then we have the Netflix special for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Just 2 years ago, Netflix released a tribute episode. But since betraying, the actress who played Trini had sadly passed away in real life, the writers made a bold decision. On screen, they showed Trini's sacrifice. When Rita attacked, she jumped in front of Billy, the Blue Ranger, and took the fatal blow. They could have easily written her death off-screen, but instead, they showed it. That heroic sacrifice hit incredibly hard. Moving on to Power Rangers Time Force. This season stood out because many of its villains were tragic characters, victims of society itself. One of them was Rancic. He was born a mutant, and that alone made people fear and hate him. They mocked him, isolated him, and treated him like a monster. The discrimination was so intense that Rancic finally snapped and built an army of criminals to take revenge against humanity, a villain created out of hatred and pain. Finally, we reach Power Rangers in space. Outside of Tommy Oliver, the most iconic character in Power Rangers history was Zordon. From the very beginning, for 6 whole seasons, he guided young Rangers and helped save the world. But when evil spread across the entire universe and good began to lose, Zordon made the ultimate choice. He told the team that if his tube was destroyed, his energy would cleanse the galaxy of evil. After a lot of arguing, Anders broke the tube, sacrificing Zordon. His energy destroyed much of the darkness, but with it, the legacy of Zordon ended. And unlike other characters, Zordon's death was permanent. So there you have it, the top 10 darkest moments in Power Rangers. These weren't ranked in order, but they all left a heavy mark on the franchise. Now tell me in the comments, which season do you think is the darkest, or what moment shook you the most?